Living Champion. This is Alasenyonjo. Today, I'm unveiling my new chapter in my book, The Two Sources of Success and Wealth, Self-Development. I know everyone wants to develop in life, and I couldn't write my book without talking about self-development as a chapter and as a way of finding the two sources of success and wealth. If I talk about finding the two sources of success and wealth, I don't talk about like going to the bank and lobby it, going to gambling, that get rich schemes, whatever. I talk about how you can improve your life to find the two sources of success and wealth you are looking at. And I want to give you a clear definition of personal development, because many of us may think it's otherwise, but for me, I may term it as the way personal development consists of activities that develop a person's capability and the potential, build human capital, facilitate employability, and enhance quality of life and the realization of dreams and aspirations. When you develop yourself, if you talk about self-development, we talk about the things you have to do about your life, the personality effect of your life, the thing you need to do upon your life to see that you can leave this step of life to another step. This includes reading books, this including your posturing, this includes the way you talk to people, this includes everything called of blessing, that's personal development, what you eat, what you drink. It's many areas of life you need to concentrate on. But if you talk about personal development and find the two sources of success and wealth, I may give you a quote about a certain writer called Benjamin Franklin. Franklin said that if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. If you know that education is expensive, try ignorance. You know, someone who is ignorant, people who are ignorant, these are people are talking about like they don't know anything. They cannot write, they cannot read. And it costs them a lot of money, everything to get to hire people to help them read for them. That's expensive. But if you can read and write, why don't you educate yourself? Why don't you read books? Why don't you try to adventure new things in life if you can read them? That's personal development. If you know, knowledge is power and power is ability to act. When you have knowledge, let me tell you guys, when you are knowledgeable, things are going to be very easy for you, because you cannot find the two sources of success and wealth in this world when you don't have that mental ability to think beyond other measures where you can at least trace money. You cannot have that kind of that capability of looking for money, and you don't have that knowledge how money can be got, how you can make money, how you can multiply money. That's what we're talking about. If you talk about personal development, self-development, I mean you need to get some knowledge into your brain so that you can do other things to impact others, so that you can like have that life nga you can multiply money. Now things can be done. How can you get money we don't have that kind of awareness how money can be got? The thing you need to understand, if you talk about personal development and self-development, I don't mean like for example, some people think that to be self-aware, or I know ABCD, you need to concentrate on areas of your life. If you want to if you are looking for the money, for example, think of reading success books. I want to show you today that for me, for the last 30 years, trying to look for the two sources of success and wealth, I try to do many things. I've read books. If you look here on my table, I have a lot of books here with me. I'm a reader. I read books. That's why I end up even trying to find a way of writing my own book here. This book is not copy and paste. This book is from my own understanding. I'm writing what is inside me. This is the book I'm going to launch out. This is the book I'm going to launch out, called The Two Sources of Success and Wealth. I'm writing it using my own hand. I'm not copying and paste, but this self-development. I'm trying to develop myself from another step of life. If you grow yourself to become a successful person, I want you guys to quote this. If you grow yourself to become a successful person in strengths of character and mind, you will naturally be successful in anything and everything you do. You will gain the power of about absolute power. Guys, I just want to let you know that because I want to show you early in the morning, because if I'm coming from home, I have my earphone, of which as soon as I wake up in the morning, I put them inside my ears like this. I want to make for you this self-government. I got a good audio and I plug it in my phone. I listen to it from home, at my place of work, at my office right now where I am. If not, I have a small hoofer with me here where I can load YouTube and listen to a good video when I'm at my office. That's self-government. Whenever you are waking up from home, or while you are at home relaxing, you get something like a good audio, listen to it. Motivational speakers, not motivational, but audios talking about self-development, talking about success. Those are the things I'm talking about in my chapter. Self-development does not mean like whatever you are doing in life. For me, whatever I'm doing right now, is out of the way I develop myself. I read every day. I listen to good audios every day. I have a to-do list of myself. I plan my work before because I have that self-aware that I have to do this. Everything I'm doing, I read it. I read books. I read different books. I listen to different audios. That's self-development I'm talking about. If you look at my office here today, whatever you are seeing in my office, whatever thing you are watching about in my office, I have goal cards here. I have different goal cards here. That's self-development. I've tried to see that when I was reading a certain book, it showed me that you need to have that kind of goal setting. You need to set goals yourself. That's self-development. If you want to develop for yourself, set goals so that you can achieve them. When you achieve them, you are developing yourself. Look, I do things because I know I'm developing myself. I'm practical. I'm seeing this thing here. These are my saving boxes, meaning I cannot develop without money. I have to save some money with me here. I have to initiate a project whereby people can save money. Self-development, I'm trying to develop others. So today, this book chapter, I'm trying to air out, coming out with in my book, The Two Sources of Success and Wealth. I want you guys to know that you cannot have anything, you cannot do anything without trying to develop yourself. Have that kind of listening skill, how to talk to people, how to relate to others, how to take yourself, how to portray yourself. That is self-development. I want to show you until for the last 30 years when I'm trying to try to come out of my company I'm running, whatever I'm doing inside here in my office, my projects I'm learning, the books I'm writing, the investment things I do, everything I'm doing here in my office is all about the way I try to develop myself. Guys, I want to let you know that in life, there are things we cannot eliminate to do. Lack of financial education, teamed up with the desire for quick riches, leads to disaster. The source of success and wealth is characterized by continuous learning and acquiring knowledge in finance and social aspects of life. If I talk about self-development, I mean you need to know many things. Finance. Self-development involves go and read things about finance. Lack of financial education teamed up with the desire for quick sales, riches to disaster. The source of success and wealth is characterized by continuous learning and acquiring knowledge in finance and social aspects of life. You cannot find the two sources of success and wealth without having information regarding finance. That is self-development I'm talking about. Guys, let me tell you, when I was a younger boy in the village, for me, my parents never had money to take me to good schools. I went to Busika Umeya Primary School, where I could go in foot, where you don't even have maram inside, Kaudanga. I never studied in good schools, but basically because I want to have that kind of self-development, I went to different schools. I managed to sponsor myself to the university. I acquired my degree in development studies because my purpose, I wanted to be aware of what I can do in this life. That's why up to now, the achievement I'm having, whatever I'm doing, because I've tried to have that kind of self-improvement in my life. The journey of self-improvement is the ongoing process of constant learning. It gives you the opportunity to evaluate your strengths and weakness and work on them. The benefits are that you grow as a person. While growing your skills, you improve your self-awareness and you boost your confidence. The journey of self-improvement is an ongoing process of constant learning. You need to learn every day. Don't read these negative newspapers. You read books which are motivating you. Read books about success. Read books about inspirationism. Read books of people who have made it in life. The likes of Donald Trump, Albert Allison, Robert Kiyosaki, Brian Tracy, to mention but a few. You improve your self-awareness and you boost your confidence. Let me tell you, for me, I'm totally confident because I'm reading every day and I put whatever I read, I put it in action. I don't just read, but I do action. And people know me and people who deal with me, they know me that KR Senyonjo, whenever I say something, I'm going to do it, I do it. When I was starting my company, many people think that I will not make it up now. But let me tell you guys, the self-improvement I have, the books I've read, at the moment of writing my book, I cannot fail to run my business and my other investments because I've read about investment, I've read about saving, I've read about the low probability, I've read about the low power of emulation, I've read about the chain of poverty line, all of things, even the things I've wrote in my book. And I want to share with you some tips here because I know, guys, everyone want to learn because like now I'm like giving some information because I'm presenting my chapter. Self-development is in my book I'm writing. Whatever I'm bringing out is going to be written in my book. It's there in my book, guys. You know, you'll get it. I want to give you some 5 tips from my book I'm writing about self-development, and I know these tips will help you in the near future as they move on the success of as we are looking for success, this sort of success together. Learn to deal with the difficult people. Tip number 1. Learn to deal with difficult people. You know, guys, let me tell you, in the society we are living in, the people we work together with, the people we stay with at home, the people we meet on the taxi, the people we meet on boda, but the people close to us. If you don't learn to deal with difficult situations and people, you cannot learn and develop. Because if you talk about self-development, we mean learning from mistakes, learning from others. If you cannot learn from difficult people, meaning you cannot learn how to deal with a good one. That's tip number 1. Learn to deal with difficult people. It is a source of self-development. When you deal with someone who is so quarrelsome, you learn to deal with, to control emotions and temper. That is tip number 1. Tip number 2, stay focused with your to-do list. To-do list means the things you want to accomplish in life. I want to buy land. I want to venture into another business. I want to buy a suit. I want to do. You need to stick on them. Because whenever you stick from them, you learn from them. Because when you achieve it, it's now you have learned how to achieve it. If you buy land, there is a process you go through, meeting the surveyors, getting the whatever. The process of acquiring land is also it is a learning process. That is self-development. To-do list means the things you have on your list, the things you want to accomplish. That's the to-do list I'm talking about. Stay focused with the to-do list. Get into action, guys. I want to just let you know that you cannot just talk about things and you don't do them. If you talk about doing something, go ahead and do it. Don't just talk about it. Don't just talk about it. If you say you are going to do an investment, try it out. When you fail, then you have learned. That's self-development. Whatever you want to do, do it. Don't just talk without doing anything. That's tip number 3. Get into action. Self-development comes when you get into action of doing certain things. Tip number 4, learn from people who inspire you. When you have people around you, I don't want you to say that pastors inspire people. Pastors are just emotional in most cases, but whenever you want to learn something, if you want to develop your life, if you have to have self-development, always get closer to the people who inspire you to do other things. Inspiring means someone who do things you love. Someone who inspires you to invest money. Someone who inspires you to save money. That's what I'm talking about. Whenever you learn to do something that is self-development, let go of the past. Let go of the past. Guys, I remember when I just started working, because when I finished up my education, for me, I have a diploma in electrical engineering. I'm an electrician, but you guys, let me tell you, I've went through a lot. I started in Umeme. I did different kind of businesses. I've lost relationships, but I let it go. You let it go, some of the things, so that you can start afresh. As I conclude, I want to give you a story. This story, I think, it's about under my tip called "Let It Go of the Past," and it was a marathon. It was staged somewhere here in Uganda, and that younger boy was a good learner. This guy could learn. They learned this 100 meters. This rotating like 10,000 meters. This guy learned and was the number one. They could keep on learning. They kept on learning. They could learn. At the end of finishing line, because this guy was a poor young man, his father was whatever that tied up with a dried banana fever. And in the process of learning, this guy's shot land down. And the guy could fidget about getting it up. And the supporters were, you guys, we are losing the marathon, we are losing the guy was fidgeting with the trouser. Then someone told him, if you want to win this marathon, let the trouser down, leave it down, then run naked. End of the day, the guy won because he chose to let this thing go. You cannot have self-development when you have not let other things go, because those are negative aspects of life. Let it go. Let the past go. Don't fight with the past. Don't fight with the lost relationship. Don't lose with the lost money. Don't fight with anything, any disappointment. Let it go. Guys, as I'm concluding my chapter, self-development, I'm called K.R. Senyonjo. I'm a writer. I'm an investor. I'm a mentor. I'm a business coach. And today, guys, I want you to keep on subscribing on my YouTube channel, K.R. Senyonjo, as I'm unveiling my old chapters from my book, The Two Sources of Success and Wealth. We shall keep on sharing, as I'm towards launching my book officially. Stay blessed.